South Korea's presidential contenders held their first televised debate on Sunday night, with strong clashes and some alignments on economic and trade policy. Our Oh Soo-young fills us in.
Pledging to save Korea from its present economic downturn, the four main presidential candidates held their first televised debate live on Sunday, beginning with the task of improving livelihoods. Democratic Party candidate Lee Jae-myung promised big government spending, with funding towards debt forgiveness for small business owners, more research and development in AI, and new industries in energy and culture.
We need a supplementary budget as soon as possible, within feasible limits, to revive domestic demand and everyday livelihoods.
The People Power Party's Kim Moon-soo agreed on boosting spending to offer subsidies and debt restructuring for small firms. He pledged to be a, quote, jobs president, using regulatory reform to support growth in high-tech sectors.
By eliminating excessive regulations, businesses won't feel forced to move abroad and can confidently operate locally and create jobs.
Reform Party leader Lee Jae-myung opposed reckless injections of money in time of high inflation and low demand, saying it will hurt, not benefit, small companies. He proposed regional governments set their own minimum wage and focus more on building national competence in sectors critical to economic growth.
To beat China, we need not only an understanding of science and technology, but also competent leadership that can communicate freely with global leaders.
Meanwhile, the Democratic Labour Party's Kwon Young-guk focused more on overcoming inequality for workers, farmers, women and minorities.
A world where you work hard yet remain poor, where you are driven further to the margins. This unequal world must not be left as it is.
With the topic turning to America's tariffs on its trading partners, Lee Jae-myung said negotiations must begin, but Korea must also diversify its export items. He said the door should stay open to Russia and China. Kim Moon-soo promised to hold a summit with US leader Donald Trump and resolve bilateral issues based on their personal trust. Lee Jun-seok suggested a cool strategic response that highlights South Korea's strength in semiconductors and its value as Washington's long-standing security partner. Kwon Young-guk showed the US a red card and said he will not submit to predatory trade tactics. The two candidates leading the polls faced intensive questioning. Lee Jae-myung was under fire for his proposed wind power project, largely involving Chinese firms, and his alleged affinity with Beijing. He was also grilled on alleged illegal payments made to North Korea during his time as Gyeonggi-do province governor, with the Reform Party candidate suggesting Lee's plans to legalize domestic spot cryptocurrency ETFs could also potentially fund North Korea. Meanwhile, Kim Moon-soo was strongly criticized for being a part of the impeached Yoon Suk-yeol administration as former Labour minister. Lee Jae-myung said Kim should share the blame for the sluggish economy. And Kwon Young-guk slammed Kim's endorsement of allowing extra working hours for semiconductor workers. The next live debate will take place on Friday, focusing on social issues. Oh Soo-young, Arirang News.